Before moving the discussion forward, a brief recap is necessary. In the previous video, we explored Dakshināchāra, that stage where a person neither suppresses their desires, emotions and impulses, nor gives them free rein, but learns to guide them with awareness. We saw that Dakshināchāra teaches balance, freedom with responsibility, engagement with awareness. But Tantra does not stop here, because there is a much deeper truth that most people do not want to look at. No matter how disciplined you become, no matter how balanced you appear, there are parts within you that you have never truly looked at. Fear, jealousy, desire, anger, the hunger for power, and those thoughts you hide even from yourself. And this is where today's topic begins. Today, we will talk about the fifth achara, Vāmāchāra. This is perhaps the most misunderstood part of Tantra. The moment people hear the word Vāmāchāra, extreme images arise in their minds: taboo, immorality, rebellion. But the truth is, Vāmāchāra is not a reckless lifestyle. Vāmāchāra is an honest encounter with your shadow. If Vedāchāra says follow the rules, Vaishnavāchāra says connect, Shaivāchāra says observe, Dakshināchāra says practice restraint, then Vāmāchāra says look at what you are running away from. In the language of psychology, this is called shadow integration. This is the stage where a person accepts that they are not only good, not only moral, not only civilized, they are a whole human being. Let me share a story. There is a person. He is very disciplined. He meditates, controls his anger. People call him mature. But within him there is jealousy that he never admits, a sexual desire that he labels as wrong and suppresses, a hunger for power that he covers up with spirituality. On the outside, everything looks calm, but inside there is tension. Then, one day, over something very small, he suddenly explodes, or secretly indulges, or begins to hate himself. Tantra says this is not a fall, this is the knock of the shadow. In Vāmāchāra, a person understands that whatever is suppressed will return in some form. So this is not suppression, this is conscious confrontation. Pay attention. Confrontation does not mean acting out. Vāmāchāra does not teach reckless behavior. Vāmāchāra teaches bringing your darkest impulses into the light of awareness. Tantric texts clearly state that Vāmāchāra without a guru and without maturity is dangerous, because here the ego becomes very cunning. Psychology says the same thing. If there is no awareness, the shadow will control you. If there is awareness, the shadow becomes your power. The Vāmāchāra mind does not say, I am not like this. It says, yes, this too exists within me. And this acceptance frees a person from manipulation. Such a person cannot be controlled by shame. Their buttons do not work anymore because they have already seen their own buttons. Now imagine how grounded such a person would be. They will not preach morality. They will not judge others because they have seen themselves fully. But there is a very subtle danger here as well. In Vāmāchāra, a person may start thinking, whatever I desire is my truth, and this is where degeneration begins. Tantra is very clear about this. Vāmāchāra does not mean indulgence. Vāmāchāra means integration. If desire is not understood, it becomes addiction. If anger is not understood, it becomes violence. That is why Dakshināchāra's maturity is essential for Vāmāchāra. Awareness is essential. Ethical grounding is essential. This is why Tantra says not everyone is ready for Vāmāchāra, and there is no shame in that. If a person is balanced in Vedāchāra or Dakshināchāra, that is right for them. Vāmāchāra is not an achievement, it is a responsibility. At this stage, a person recognizes the animal within, but holds the reins. And when the shadow begins to integrate, a deep peace arises within. Now the person has nothing to prove, no need to appear good, no hunger to stand apart. From here, one moves towards true freedom, and from here, the next achara is born, Siddhantachara, also known as Aghorāchāra or Yogačāra, but that will be the subject of the next conversation. For today, it is important to understand this. Vāmāchāra is not dark. Vāmāchāra is honest. It is the stage where you stop running from your inner darkness and begin transforming it into consciousness. If you feel that you no longer fit into an ideal image, if you have begun to see the contradictory parts within you, if you feel somewhat free from shame, then it is possible that you are touching the psychological state of Vāmāchāra, and this is a very deep journey. In the next video, we will talk about Siddhāntacāra, where duality and inner conflict begin to dissolve. If you do not want to leave this entire series incomplete, if you want to understand Tantra not as something sensational, but as the most honest map of the human mind, stay connected with the channel. Subscribe, because now we are reaching a level where there will be fewer words and much more clarity.